What's going on, people? Tebbz Weekly, episode 15. It's Monday, 7 o'clock. I'm in the garage, on my own, putting a shift in. Well, that's the best impression I can do of him anyway. Got quite a few jobs on. Fit the door net, plate up the driver's floor, fit belts, fit the tank, finish the wiring, fit the roof, move the breather. So, got a couple of hours tonight. Just gonna crack on and see how many I can tick off. So, here we go. Right, so I want to get a bit of the noisy stuff out of the way. So I'm going to cut some metal for the floor to cover the holes where we've put the bar underneath. I need to use the grinder to scurf the floor and make a clean surface for us to weld the plate to. So it's not too late. So I'm going to get that bit done now and come back to the wiring. So next job on the list is the wiring. I'm going to tackle that now. So Violet, I'm going to run down to the starter motor main positive, which comes directly from the battery, and then white cable is going to go to the fuel pump, and also there's going to be a break in it for the transponder. So let's get on with that. Right, so on here they've got these little bullet connectors which are useless. That is all rusted in there, and the connection was on and off. Right, as you move the wire, the pump would start and stop, so that's getting cut off. If it's working, should get the fuel pump come on. Lovely. Should get the starter motor going. Lovely. Ah. Fan. I wonder if that'll come on. Ooh. It's on. Right. I think that's going to get clipped back there. A little bit of a tidy up. Fans wired in, start motors wired in, all the switches are wired in, pumps wired in. I've left the helix in the game. We call that helix, as I don't know if that's the right word, but if I'm told to put a helix in, that's what it is. So that's going to be for the transponder. I'm going to cut into that, clamp that battery in. I'm going to put the fuel tank in now, get us started. Yeah, let's do that.
So Dad's just fitting the tank now, and we normally like to mount the tanks with the pickup pipe to the left-hand side of the car. So then when we turn the corners to the right, all the fuel splashes up to the left-hand side and you don't have any problems with trying to pick up any fuel. But the way this tank was mounted, it was mounted with the pickup pipe at the front in the middle. So it's not really the best place, we don't think. But the way the mounting pickup points on this tank are is to the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the pickup pipe. Unless we welded some flat bar in on the cross below it, then there would have been no way of mounting the fuel tank the way we want to. So Dad's turned it around and mounted the pickup pipe at the back for the minute. We still might change this in the future, but it saved the job and should still be better than what was already on it.
Right, move the floats up to raise the level. If you go too high, then it spills over. So I've just got the pump running. It's not spilling over, so this carb I'm going to take off probably tomorrow and give it a good clean out. But I need to run it for my own sanity, so it doesn't beat me. That's it for tonight. It's 9:30, so I'm going in. I've got a run in. So what did we get done? Welded plate on the floor, finished the wiring, finished running the fuel line, put the tank in, needs the cover on it, sorted out this fuel problem with the carb. It's just where it's been sitting here, I think. And the float's got stuck, or the valve that's connected to the float got stuck, so wouldn't let the fuel through. So clean that out, or blew it out. I'm going to clean it out tomorrow. But it's enough to get it started anyway. Sounds all right. That's it. See you tomorrow. So here we go again. It's Tuesday. I just want to get a couple of jobs done today. I finished the carburetor, but I haven't cleaned it out. I'm going to put the air filter back on it, run it again, just make sure it's all right. Then I didn't put the clamp on the battery or the cover over the terminals, so I'm going to do that. That's that buttoned up. I would like to attempt putting the roof on, which is not a big job. So all these little jobs, maybe the roof thing, all these little jobs, you know, they mount up. So if I can just knock a few of them off the list today, then Kurt be over tomorrow, we can have a good crack at some of the bigger stuff, like getting the door back on. So let's get to it. So I've been out here half hour so far and managed to finish off 3 jobs. Just jobs that I didn't finish before, but some nights are like that. Just sometimes you get nothing finished and then all of a sudden there's 3 come at once. So another job that somebody's reminded us is that the breather tank is inside the car and it has to be under the bonnet really. So it will fill up with oil, hot oil, if the engine blows. So that needs to be under there. So I'll take it off and see where I can fit it under the bonnet. Right, that's another job off the list. So I can bolt it that side, all right, but this side I had to put a piece of stud in and a few nuts to mount it. But it's nice and secure, so cut the hose down. Another job done. Put my fin on it. I think I'll save these jobs for tomorrow now. I'll stop while I'm ahead.
It's Wednesday. I just finished work. I'm on the way to Dad's. I had an absolute mare of a day yesterday. So I don't have no internet at home. I do now. But yesterday, up until yesterday, I didn't have no internet at home. So I finished editing it Monday night, Tebbz Weekly. Went to the yard Tuesday morning because there's Wi-Fi there, and started uploading the video. And I can see on my phone when it's been uploaded, and it got to like 3 p.m, and it still wasn't uploaded. So I started panicking. Luckily, my missus, she was at home for the day, so she went and the Virgin man come round, sorted the internet out. So she ran to the office. I drove to the office, grabbed my laptop, brought it back home, and then uploaded it. But also, once it was uploaded, she had a look and she see a few mistakes in there. So then I had to come home, edit the video, change some bits on the video, edited it, and then had to re-upload it. So that was why, if anyone noticed last week, that the video was up late, because I just had a mare. But it was all done. I got the video up about 7:30 in the end, so all was good. And now I'm stuck in traffic trying to get on the M4 to drive to Dad's. So me and Dad are just discussing, is it a viable option taking both? And it is.
Yeah.
What's that? What he's got up there?
Working a bit of yellow and that. They look good.
So we're just seeing really, because we've got to go over to the farm and get the other trailer, unload the Radom, get the other trailer. Yeah, it's a lot of messing about, but it can be done, definitely. We're on Wednesday, and we're probably two evenings, hopefully,
Yeah,
if we do any work today. And we still got work to do on the Corsa as well.
If you've got a cluster to put in that can be done
There is a cluster to put on that, yeah.
on the trailer, or when we get there.
Well, no, because we need to check. It needs to be done before we get there, because we need to know it's just the cluster. But anyway, we've still yet to get the Corsa off the trailer. If we even do get it off the trailer, and have a look at that, because obviously it was popping out of gear at Northampton.
We spend the next 2 or 3 nights getting this done, and just swap them over, and we take this. You just take this car.
Yeah.
We have to put the white roof with red crosses, which I think we've got the paint.
Yeah, we got the paint because Jack Howard's asked for his flag back. So
Yeah.
is that in the van still? Should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told her a citizen, so that's fine. Give that back, and then we have got the paint apparently to paint this roof, and we've got a yellow flag to put on it if need be.
Options.
I think we'll see it by the end of today and we'll decide. So the first 2 jobs on my list is these bumpers at the front, what I call them is double bumpers. You have two lots of bumpers in there. The inside one is the one that everything mounts to, and your outside one comes off of all of that. Basically, we use double bumpers to protect the inside, where all the engine mounts, everything's bolted to. And we use the outsides as a crush zone. So when you hit people or you have a big one, it bends in, but it doesn't actually affect any of your inside or any of the core strength of the bonnet, the engine bay. So, but these little 30 by 30s that someone's put in do not help, and they just make it 10 times worse, because we used to run them like that thinking it was a strong way of doing it, make loads of triangles, but in fact all you do is your front bumper stays solid, and it just slowly crushes in your inside bumper, which then in fact here you can see is starting to bend the rad, which is not what you want. Why would you want to risk the chance of bending your radiator or moving your engine mounts? So the whole point of it is so the outside one crushes in, and then when it comes to changing it, all you have to change is the outside bumper. You haven't got to change anything inside, and it's just the better way of doing it, I think. Some people use single front bumpers, but we prefer the double front bumper method. And also on the back left wheel guard here, I'm not entirely happy with this front that I finished. I don't think I finished it at the time, I can't remember, it was ages ago. But basically it just needs some plating in there to strengthen that up, because a lot of the time if they're not strong enough and you haven't got enough weld on it, when you hit something they just come flying off, which is obviously dangerous as well. So a bit of plating to do there. So the whole time I was doing that, Dad was sorting out the steering position, because at the minute we have to actually look through the steering wheel to see where we're going, which I did race it like that, and obviously a one-off ain't too bad, but to get it how we want it, the steering wheel needs to be moved lower and slightly closer, because obviously me and Dad are quite short.
A little bit. What are you saying? Yeah? Yeah. I've got it. Want to try it? Yeah.
Better, isn't it?
Oh yeah. At least I can see the bottom of the windscreen.
Yeah.
I'm not looking through it like that.
Oh, I'll have
Have a little.
have a tinker.
Have a go.
Find your slip.
Oh, got my non-slip pad coming.
I mean, it's close to your legs. So.
Do you want it up a bit?
No, it needs to come forward a bit.
Oh right, yeah.
Because if you have it here,
Yeah, that's the best place, isn't it?
another, because then it's in between your...
Yeah, but I don't know how much more we get on that.
Oh, you don't know, it might be all the way up here.
Might be. Didn't feel like it.
Does it not? Right. Well, all we can do is try, because that's on the limit there, really.
So what I'm referring to here is the steering column is actually sat inside a shaft, and then the shaft is then welded onto the bars. So the steering column still moves inside the shaft. And the steering column's actually in the shaft quite a bit. We noticed that as we cut the weld off, and could see it sliding in and out. So I thought there might still be a little bit more left on the steering column to come out, which luckily there was.
Jump out.
And the last thing to do before fitting the door is mounting the window net.
Tread on that. Would it come off if you went over?
Would it?
Come off.
What? Are you going to put a hook in there?
Yeah. An eye on them seat belt.
Okay.
Oh, this one.
Why would it come off if I went over?
The top part.
That's going to be welded onto there, yeah?
Yeah.
Why would that come off?
In case it scrapes on the ground.
I think we've got more problems to worry about than the window net. If I'm honest. It's true though.
Probably. Right.
My health.
Got that on there. Or mine.
Oh,
Oh, not there. Straight that one in there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy.
Is that going to hurt your arse as you try and get in the car?
Probably, but
It all hurts, doesn't it?
can't have everything. You just go for it. Go for it.
Right, can you get in?
I'll go underneath it.
Yeah.
So after spending 10 minutes trying to unlock the window net, Dad's now positioning a seatbelt eye, like the harness eyes, at the back there that you can see, trying to line it up, put the window net rod through, and make sure we don't have that same problem again.
Right, do we put the stud against the bar? You don't want this under tension. There, I think. Like that. I'll just tack it. Tack. Oh, you can clean it. What?
No, but you need to clean this. The eye.
Oh.
You know that's sitting there, man. Yeah, clean that up.
Just put a washer on there, eh?
Yeah.
Fill out a washer.
Just on the way home, I know you lot probably can't see me, but it is what it is. That was a good shift, not gonna lie, that was a brilliant shift. Me and Dad both on it. Got done what we needed to get done, hopefully one more day. And, well, one more evening, sorry. And the Honda Del Sol will be ready. One more evening. And then after that, it's gonna finally have a look at that Corsa. Just want to say as well, tonight we booked Scotland. So that is all set. Going up there for practice on the Friday. I believe there's practice 1 till 4 or something like that. So we get up there for that. Get as much practice in as we can. Get the setup dialed in. And then it'll be the championship on Saturday. We're followed by 2 races most probably. And then it'll just be another championship on the Sunday. More of a Mickey Mouse championship. 3 races on the Sunday as well, so buzzing for that. All booked in, all booked up. I booked in for Mildenhall today as well. Bit of a late one this week, forgot to do it. But there's 31 cars, 32 including me, booked in as of today. So that's shaping up to be a good meeting. Plenty of cars on a tiny track. Normally it's a bit of carnage, so that'll be a good one for the old YouTube. Yeah. It's been a good week so far. First day out there for me, but Dad's been absolutely cracking on. To be fair play to him. I had a look as soon as I got there today and he's been cracking on. Fair play. That's me done for today. Gonna go home, shower, eat, and go to bed. Do it all again tomorrow. Thursday, 6:30. Nice parcel here. Dad's ordered. Blue. New belts for the old Del Sol. I don't know why they're blue. Anyway. Blue. Didn't have red, didn't have black. What can you do? That's all they had.
And some non-slip matting to go in the driver's footwell. Stop you slipping over when you're getting in and out. And breaking your back and your neck and your hip. Dad?
Yeah.
I'm getting to that age.
Blue! That's all they had in stock.
So the main job today is get the belts in now they've arrived. But it's not just as simple as putting them into the old eyes, because where the old eyes are, and obviously we've moved the seat, it just doesn't work.
And obviously the belts we've got now are different to the belts that were in the car before. So something that should have been an easy just clip in and go wasn't an easy job. So we had to move 3 of the eyes, cut them off completely and weld new ones in. But where we needed to weld them in, we needed to strengthen up first, because otherwise you're just taking a risk of welding it onto crap metal. So yeah, it's something that should have took 10 minutes, ended up taking most of the night.
This one too. This one needs short.
I don't know. I'll try it first.
The one wants lengthening, the one wants shortening. Oh. Should have got 2-inch belts.
If anything, you want this longer. Yeah, make this longer. So this bit, so this bit is below that latch, that lip. You have to get the other ones in, won't you?
If you take that hands device off, they'll be fine.
Yeah, that'd be alright.
Miles from the steering wheel. It's got 9.
Well, that's another job ticked off.
All the belts are in.
So that wasn't a bad night. Times 20 to 10. That's quite a big job, to be honest, getting them belts in. Say seats are all done now, belts are in, all the buckles are done properly. So the only problem was, for one, he bought blue belts, but that is not his fault. He needed to get them, and that was the only colour they had. But so I let him off for that. But for the hands device that I run, the Liat, you need 2-inch belts, and they're 3-inch belts, so they don't really sit. There's a lip on either side that your belts are meant to sit in, and it doesn't really sit in there properly. And them belts there have got these big cushions on them, so it doesn't really work with the Liat device that I've got. So I'm gonna have to race without it, which ain't a problem. I used to race without one all the time. But the reason why I did buy one in the end, or the reason Dad did buy me one, is at Hennesford, one of the biggest tracks we race at, I went to follow someone in and I ended up getting caught in a bit of Armco, and my car stopped dead right at the end of the straight on the bit of Armco, and my head went flying forward and ended up headbutting the steering wheel and knocking myself out, and I had concussion and short-term memory loss for the rest of the night. And I annoyed every single person I ever spoke to for the rest of the night because I just kept repeating myself. So I think it scared Dad a little bit, and he ended up buying me a Liat device for the next meeting, and I've raced with one ever since. I've done it a couple of times without, and once you've raced with one, when you race without, you feel so vulnerable. But, do you know what I mean? A lot of people race without them. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that extra bit of protection and security, really. So, this meeting I'm going to run without, that's it. So, the car it's nearly there. I keep saying it's nearly there, but it's nearly there. And considering that, well, before we pulled that car in, we said, there's about 3 evenings. We looked at a list that was on the board from the last time we had it in the garage, and we said there's about 3 evenings left. That's it. 3 evenings. 4 evenings. Yeah, all right. Oh, mate, the list is never ending, and it just keeps getting bigger. But we're in the final stretch now, on the home stretch. So, one more big push. One more push tomorrow, and then the meeting on Saturday is at 4 PM, so we want to be leaving about 11:30. So we've still got a bit of Saturday morning if we run out of time tomorrow night. But she will get done. Hopefully she flies. I'll see you tomorrow.
It's Friday, and I've had a proper mare of an afternoon. I finished work at 3:15, and it took me 2 hours to get to Dad's. So, time's now 6 o'clock. I'm out here. We've got a door to put on. We've got bracing to do on the bar that we put underneath the seat. We've got written on the list to check the exhaust mount as well. So while the car's on its side, we're going to do that. And I can't see nothing else, but there probably will be something. GoPro mounts. Got to put GoPro mounts on, and we've got to mount the fin. So. While I was putting the door on, Dad was cracking on with the GoPro mounts, front and back. You could just put sort of ordinary standard ones in that you could buy off eBay or Amazon, but we never trust them. Say, stock cars you can't trust. Just something crappy bit of plastic or metal off of eBay or Amazon. So we always like to try and make our own ones, and try and make them as strong as possible. So we have had one come off already, and luckily we got it back, so we double up on all the fixings. Another job added is I've got to get a transponder out of this Corsa C and stick it in the Spitfire, but hopefully the wires are there. If not, it's another job. Luckily, old Papa's got the Wagos going. Somebody noticed and asked, is the old man a Sparky? And yes, he is. And
checking that well done there, Kurt. may as well just do it in the back now.
So Dad did have all the wiring in place for it. I just had to cut the wire up, plug both ends into a Wago, put the live from the transponder into the same Wago, and then weld another negative onto the bar above and connect that to the transponder as well. Last job of the day.
Happy?
Yeah.
Did that grab it?
No.
Did that grab it?
Yeah. Hang on, let me get out of here. About to go at it with a welder. Get me out of it. Oh. Yeah. No, we hope.
It'll be on film if it does.
Yeah, the camera facing right at it.
Yeah. You won't even need it anyway.
No, it'd be too fast.
You won't even have to look back.
And that is the car done. Turn that welder off, Dad, please. Ready to race. That was a long week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a long week. Considering we said that we only had about 3-4 evenings to get her ready.
Yeah, but then once you've got more time,
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
you
can do more.
You do a lot more.
You do more jobs. Ones that were.
And you take your time with them as well.
Yeah. Ones that provisional end up being primary.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that has been a long week. Long week.
Yeah, you won't be doing.
But now we have got 4 cars.
Every night, weren't it?
Yeah, well, you done Monday, Tuesday. I didn't do Monday, Tuesday. But I was editing Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, you was working.
But yeah, we've done every day this week. But now, unless this car gets smashed up tomorrow, we have got 4 cars that are ready to race. Albeit the Corsa, need to have a look at the cluster and that. But other than that, we have got 4 cars sat there ready to race over the past 3 months.
And, yeah.
Was that mirror? Your weld's just broken. No, it's just melted.
Have you done up?
Oh yeah, I nipped it.
Oh right. That's right. Yeah.
The mirror that we just welded in fell out. But it wasn't Dad's weld. It's just loosened itself.
Although we was expecting it to be.
Yeah. Well, maybe we still ain't done the meeting yet.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, long week.
Time's 9:30. Just tidying up and I'm going home. I'll see you tomorrow. So moving on to Saturday, all we had left to do was load the car up, load all the bits into the van that we needed to load up. Dad did paint it Saturday morning, so was lucky enough for that. The car did go to Mildenhall all painted up. And that is the end of Tebbz Weekly, episode number 15. What a busy week that was. Say, Dad smashed it this week. We were both tired properly by Thursday, Friday. We were both shattered out there, to be fair. But we had to push on. We've come so far. And we wasn't going to let the Del Sol beat us. And we got her out. We got her racing. And we still haven't got the Corsa C off the trailer yet. So we still don't know what's wrong with that. But that's for another time. We ain't racing that anytime soon. So that can be on hold for the minute. I hope you enjoyed this busy week. And if you did, please let me know in the comments down below. Like the video, share it and subscribe. and I'll see you in the next one.